Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. Okay, you guys, final reveal on my pink and black and white Minnie Mouse box. So this is a black and white buffalo check box. I'm not sure where I got it from. I think it might have been Hobby Lobby, but I'm not sure. Okay, and then I put the ribbon, the Minnie Mouse ribbon, around the edge of the lid, and it goes all the way around. Okay. And I made sure, since this is the front, I centered the 4 ears here and then just wrapped. So as you can see, as we go around, it's not evenly centered, but for the front of the lid, it's even. So okay. And then I thought about doing strips of the bling that I used for filler above and below the ribbon. And it would look good, but I just don't think it needs it. I think it's good the way it is. So, because I don't want to draw too much attention away from the top of the lid, because that's kind of the point. So, I think that's more than enough just the way it is, okay? So, I'm going to take the lid off and set it down, and then I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to go over the lid. So, oops, you take the ribbon out of there. And I already have a recipient for this. It's going to a friend of mine's daughter. Her name is Janaya, and I think she's going to love it. So, all right, I'm going to zoom in and try and be centered. We good? I can't tell the bracket of my phone. I think we're good. Okay. All right, so here's how the top of the lid came out. I'm going to go over everything with you guys real quick. So let's start with the buttons. So I ended up using both the bows, the plain pink one and the pink and white polka dot. And the pink Minnie ears, figure of the cat, and of course Minnie Mouse. And I did all 5 of the buttons on silver glitter clay. I tend to use the same type color of clay for the same media. So like all the buttons go on one color, metal charms will go on a different color. In this case, they went on the Sculpey Souffle So 80s pink. So I've got a silver heart and a silver paw print and a little silver flower down here. And I was going to glue a little gemstone on top of that and maybe do a gemstone in the middle of the heart and in the middle of the paw print, but I decided they didn't need it. So sometimes less is more. So that clay color, if I was going to use more than one color of pink, I would have changed to a different color of pink for other tiles, but because I decided to go with just one color of pink, it's okay. So the 3 metal on the same color of pink. So then I have the word love up here with the paw print, and XOXO where the O's are paw prints. And then the focal tile is, it was a stamp that was in the shape of a heart, but it's paw prints. And I did try to do it where I stamped the words over all of the paw prints, and even though it came out really, really good on paper, it did not come out good on the clay because of the paw print stamp made an impression. So then the letters were not fully connecting to the clay. And then also the silver ink was mixing with the black ink. So I stamped out the words and cut a little piece of paper, which I happen to have right here. And then I laid the piece of paper down on the clay and then stamped the hearts around it or on it. And then picked up the piece of paper, and it left this little perfectly clear square for me to do the words Friends Forever in the middle. So that's how that worked out. And then I also have these 2 music notes that are also on the same color of clay, but these were already in my stash. Something I do, you guys, if I'm uninspired or I don't have a project in progress or I just have a little bit of time to kill, I'll pull out a few bags of open clay, packages of open clay, and roll it out. And I've got several different varieties of music note stamps. And I'll just do a batch of music notes on all different colors of clay. And if you watched my craft room tour video and you saw how I organized my color filler in the canvas totes, where I have one for each color. So like these were in one of the pink photo boxes that is all just different colors of pink clay that has music notes on it. Because music notes is a good filler. I mean, it works for, I'm not going to say every project, but it works for a lot of them, you guys. Okay, so music notes. I added in 3 cat related, these were already made and in my stash. A ball of yarn, a fishbone, and a toy mouse. And as you can see, I put them right close to the 3 cat tiles. So, because I didn't want it, it's not a cat mosaic, it's a Minnie and Figaro Best Friends Forever mosaic. So, I didn't want to go overboard with the cat stuff. So, I kept those right close to the cats. Okay? In regards to these 2 stamps, this was a stamp I had that I felt resembled Figaro enough to warrant doing it, so I just stamped it on white pearl clay. And then I did Minnie's head on white pearl clay as well. And I also did these flowers, which I cut down, these hearts, and these hearts, also on the pearl clay. But the 3 cat tiles are actually on white glitter clay because, like I said, they were already in my stash. But it works. Stickers. I have 3 stickers on here. I've got Minnie up here, Figaro down here, and 2 of her little hair bows here. And that's just on a pink glitter paper that I know I got at Walmart. And it's actually designed to go through the printer. The glitter does not come off. And so I stuck the stickers to it and then put a little bit of glossy accents glue on top of that, and then put down these glass cabochons. And then once the glue was dry, I just cut around it, and that's how I made my sticker tiles. Okay. I have these pink heart fillers. These were also already in my stash. And it's actually a different color of pink clay. It's a little bit darker. I think it might be the fuchsia. I'm not sure. But because I had rubbed white pearl mica powders on it, I felt like it was close enough that it didn't need to be, I didn't need to make more on the souffle clay, that these worked. So another great filler option. I did this particular heart stamp on several different shades of red, pink, purple, and just bake the sheets, and then you have them to cut down when you need them. So, all right. I also did 3 of these geometric, and I already have these made in my stash as well, but they weren't painted yet. And so I just painted black on every other square, and then I did the lines in silver. And I just have 3 of those on here. Okay, this is another texture tile, some kind of a texture stamp, I don't know. And I did it on black clay, and I rubbed it with, this is actually white Inca Gold, which is like a metallic paint. And I did have several colors of that, but it's really expensive. I don't use enough of it. It dries out. It's a pain in the butt to reactivate it once it dries out. And so the last time I did a purge of my craft room, I just got rid of them all because they were all dried out. So But, so these were old ones that I had in my stash, and I just had these 3 left, so worked out well, and gave me something different to look at. Okay. The leafing is pink foil leafing that is actually, I got it off of Amazon, and it's for manicures, for nails. And it came in like, I think 10 or 12 different colors. So, and it's just on black clay. And then I did an impression of paw prints on it. And this was also already in my stash. And so I was able to cut it down. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of it. Really wanted a piece of it over here, but it was such a small space. It just didn't look right. I had a piece cut for there, and it just didn't look right. It was too small, so I went with the bling instead. I also did on black clay a stencil of polka dots, and rubbed with pink mica powders. So I have that option. So, and I don't know if you're seeing how like the white items are spaced out, right? These two are kind of close, but you know, the silver items are spaced out. The pink hearts spaced out. You see what I'm saying? And try to have it balanced where there's at least one up above, one down below, and one on each side. So it's not always possible, but that's what I try to do. And then the last type of tile are these buffalo check, which I was digging through my stash of random texture stamps, and I didn't even know I had a buffalo check one. But because the box is buffalo check, I thought that was a perfect filler tile option, so I have a few pieces of that in here. It didn't stamp out perfectly because the pearl clay is so squishy, and it's really hard to get a good solid stamp, but I think it works. So, and then I just filled in the gaps with this silver and black bling chain with a little bit of glossy accents underneath. So there we go. You guys, I am really happy with how this one came out. I mean, there isn't really anything that I'm like cringing about, you know. Usually there's something that I want to change but can't. I mean, aside from I wish that I had one more piece of the pink leafing over here somewhere, but I have a piece here and a piece here, so it's okay. And I only have 4 pieces of it. So if I had several more pieces over here, then it would be very unbalanced, but it's balanced enough. So, all right, you guys, so that's it. That's my pink Minnie Mouse box, and it'll be getting delivered to my friend tonight to take to his beautiful little daughter, Janiyah, and I'm pretty sure she's going to like it. All right, you guys, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.